The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Global Street Wave Radio. Global Street Wave Radio. Tune in right now. So pick up your phone and call. Miss Boscee gon' answer your call. Stay connected like Wi-Fi. Dip the wave, live them like bye-bye. Global Street Wave Radio. Now we on. We the best.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Global Street Wave back again. January 26th. We're going to say a lovely Sunday because a lot of us are still blessed enough to be here. And unfortunately, a lot of people woke up to some sad news today. I know it, which is Kobe Brown. We definitely lost someone that had a great impact on the world. So off top, I just definitely have to send a condolence to Kobe Bryant's family, his wife, surviving wife, his kids. It's just very sad, you guys. Reported by the news. NBA legend Kobe Brown died in LA area helicopter crash. If you look on social media, there's so many different videos. I actually even seen a video of the helicopter falling out of the sky. Just very sad. But, you know, a lot of people are just like feeling real down today. I'm going to call and tell my people I love them. We can't wait until tragic things like this happen. We should already be telling people in our families and friends that we love them. So let's not get all sad and wait for things like this to happen. This is something we should already be doing in life. So when we are gone, we can have an impact like Kobe did. Now, with Kobe, unfortunately, Kobe Bryant was with his young daughter, who was 13 years old. He calls her Gigi, which is very sad. He had been doing a lot of basketball coaching with her, with the Mamba team. And unfortunately, she was in the helicopter. Kobe used the helicopter a lot, even when he was with the Lakers, to travel, you know, to beat traffic, they say. Someone tried to tell me something about he didn't like cars. Well, I didn't hear the news say nothing about he had a hard time sitting in cars. I heard them say he liked to travel in helicopters because he can, you know, get around LA better and quicker and beat the traffic. So, unfortunately, this tragic has happened. I felt all good this morning. You know, I took my son to the Grammy Awards downtown. He's doing Lizzo here today. Y'all know Lizzo's the talk of the town also. So I was very excited. Then I saw that. But you know what? I had to get back excited. Why? Because we have a show to do. And the show don't stop. And I have a lovely lady by the name of Grace Yu in the building today. Yes. LA City Council District 10. I left my certificates at home. But LaRon, you got pictures of them. I've been honored by the City of Los Angeles, District 8 twice with Nakia Brown, Rebuild Your Laugh. Also, I've been honored through District 9 with the Vlammer, Miss Vianna Rogers. So that's 3 certificates I've received through the City of Los Angeles. So it's just awesome to bring someone in here that's actually another person that's going to make a great impact on the world besides Kobe. Y'all, we got to think about our living legends right now today, the people that are living, and we got to support them. Now, one thing I do notice that this Miss Lady Grace Yu, y'all, her District 10 is actually in the area of the Lamerch Studios that we're in at the Morris Media. Shouts out Mr. Morris and the poetess and Laurent. We're at the Morris Media Studios. That's Lamerch Park area. Well, this is Grace Yu's area. And I'm going to go get me a jerk chicken patty around about a week or so ago. And guess what I seen sitting on the table? I was like, wait a minute. I'm going to interview that lady. So I'm traveling out as I go about on the highways and the byways with this food delivery. And what do I see by the freeway? Vote for Grace Yu. What do I see in somebody's yard? Vote for Grace Yu. What do I see on the restaurant? Vote for Grace Yu. So all my people of all colors, you guys, it's not a race thing. It's a heart love thing. And we all bleed the same blood color. When someone is able to come into your community, whether they're white, black, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. It's about the powerful impact that they can make with the knowledge that they have and the things that they can bring with their experiences. When we have people like this that comes to stand up and fight for us, y'all, we have to really get out here and vote. A lot of people are like, oh, our votes don't count. Well, just go vote anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just vote because it's definitely, definitely important. Grace Yu for LA City Council 2020. Grace's top issues is to tackle affordable housing. Okay? Homelessness crisis. You guys with affordable housing, I know y'all riding in your cars every day and all we see is these tents. The homeless people is just like getting so ridiculous as it was a homelessness. So it would be definitely great if we can get Grace Yu up in the seat where she can actually help tackle some of these issues. We need some help with this stuff. Prioritizing infracture needs and safety, which is invest in infracture safety and emergency response times, fix potholes, broken sidewalls. Okay, Grace girl, please, can you come help us? Because my car I had, my little Forte I just traded in, y'all, I had so many potholes, I thought I done broke some on a brand new car. So we definitely need some helps in the streets. Underground pipes, electric grids, clean up corruption of the city hall, open meetings. It's just a lot of things that this young lady has been doing, and she's been doing a lot of promotion. I made a video. I got like 30 pictures of Grace, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a video. Because if not, I'm going to have LaRon just posting just a bunch of pictures up. But I'm going to shut up. I'm going to play a couple of commercials of Grace. And what I want to do is I want to keep the day lightened. I want to keep the day full of light, full of great energy. You guys, if you're watching my show and you're sad about Kobe, I'm here to put a little light in your life. You know why? Because we still got issues. And guess what? Grace Yu is here to fight and address them for us. So we'll be right back, y'all. Global Street Wave. Stop crying, y'all. Stop crying. It's time to be happy because we got things we got to vote for. We got stuff to do for the City Council, District 10. So hold up. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back with Grace Yu. Global Street Wave. Back, you guys. Grace Yu is in the building. LaRon, I know you back there in the studio. We need some fake hand claps, man, but let's give a big warm welcome for Miss Grace Yu running for LA City Council District 10. Yes, and she's already a winner. She's already won. Thank you so much.
Thank you for letting me be here with you today.
Well,
I am so lucky. We just connected at the bakery.
Right.
That's what we did, folks. We met,
yes,
and here I am.
Yes, well, and it took her to say as much as people know I love to talk. She asked me what area was I in. And I didn't know why she was at. I'm like, why does woman want to know? I'm just playing. So I'm like, why she asked me that? And then she mentioned about her running for city council. And I'm like, wait a minute. So when we mentioned the areas, well, I'm like, well, I'm off of Western. I just missed her area. But I'm like, I got a studio that's in your area where you could come and get a live interview. And here we are. And I really appreciate that. Had had to be on the day Kobe died, huh?
I know.
I was trying to get you here the last Sunday, but how did you feel about that real quick? Did it touch you? Because
being a Lakers fan.
Yes.
But I'm so old school.
Me too.
It's Kareem and Magic
That's
and James
me.
Worthy.
To be honest, I grew up in that area. I don't look like I'm 42, I'll say my age, but I am. So I grew up going to the farm.
Exactly. I'm
with my
48.
grandmother and them. So I watched Kobe. And I got to hear my grandmother fuss at the TV with Kobe playing. But I grew up off the Korean Abdul-Jabbar's and the Birds and all that stuff too. So, but it's definitely sad. But we're not here to talk about poor Kobe today. We've given him his acknowledgement. Rest in peace, Kobe. We're here to talk about Grace U, fixing up this city. And just off top, I will ask you, what made you want to run for the city council?
It was the fact that City Hall isn't working for the people.
Okay.
I was actually a city commissioner. I was vice president of the Department of Transportation.
Oh, wow.
And I saw the things that were going on. It's like, wait, you're taking money from this department. You're not allowed to take this money, but you're doing it anyway to say that you have a balanced budget.
Wow.
So what you do is you take from Peter and give to Paul, right? No, you're supposed to use your funds.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that wasn't right. And so I just didn't want to be part of the city when they were doing a dog and pony show on people.
Wow. And
Right?
you figured, and you are a lawyer? Were you an attorney?
I am a
before?
lawyer.
You're an attorney? Okay, I saw that. I went on your website. I like to research. What type of attorney were you?
I used to represent abused and neglected children. So foster care, youth.
Oh, I was in foster care barely. My grandmama came and got me out.
Right.
Finish
So
on.
I took care of the kids. Not the social worker, but the kids.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
So how did the kids get in?
So when mom or dad isn't able to take care of the child, the government steps in, right?
Okay.
The courts step in, and then they give the kids an attorney.
Like a public defender, how they do it in court.
Right.
Oh, wow, cool. So then you're like, wow.
So I
that's
represented
awesome.
the child's interest.
Awesome. Okay, and then I understand that because I got my little sister was in a false trauma. My mom had her, but then I turned it back over to my mom. So now I kind of understand that because my mom at the time wasn't able to.
Right. Mom wasn't able to handle it. So
you.
hopefully there was an auntie or grandma around that could take care of your sister.
Yes. Well, fortunately, we had Granny. She passed in 2003, but we don't have those grannies anymore. Now, what sets you aside from the other candidates?
The fact that I'm local.
Okay. And so
Right.
you live in the community?
So you got to understand that District 10
Okay.
goes from Lamart Park
Okay.
all the way past the 10 freeway to Olympic, and then it hits into Koreatown.
Well, I've been seeing you from here to there. So finish going because
That's
I see the
exactly.
promotion.
And so you go from Robertson to
Oh, wow.
Normandy.
Okay,
So
cool.
and if you look at it, it's really shaped like a turkey.
Wow, you know what? I'd seen it. I didn't notice that because I saw it. Is it on your website? It has
Yes.
it shows the areas. I was trying to save that picture to put up for the people, but
Right.
you actually said the areas. So that's awesome. Now, has it been a moment in this process where you felt like giving up, or you was like, I ain't giving up nothing. I'm going because some people are just fighters and they don't feel like me. I ain't giving up.
Exactly.
So some people don't have.
Oh no, I'm a fighter
but-
because you got to remember, I did this in 2015 and
Okay.
came in second. Right?
Wow. Oh wow, you did.
I did this in 2015,
Oh, wow.
and to run against the city council president
Yes.
takes some, it takes a backbone.
Wow, super cool. And your endorsers, who do you have endorsing you?
I have UTLA endorsing me.
And UTLA, for those who don't know what UTLA, I wrote all of that stuff down.
Is a United Teachers Los Angeles. I'm a K through 12 LAUSD product.
Oh, here we go.
Right?
Okay.
And because I started kindergarten not speaking English,
Okay.
it was,
Very hard.
It's not easy, but we did it. Right?
Yes.
But even in kindergarten, I was standing up to bullies in my broken English.
What
right?
is your birthday? Well, astronomy, European, I don't care. I'm a Leo. What is your astronomy sign?
I'm an Aries.
Oh, so you're just as worse. Aries, women are cool. All women are cool. The men always try to outpower me and bully me around, but Aries men or Aries period are very strong and we're fiery people. So
Oh,
that's
we're
why I act
fiery.
the sign.
That's
so
right.
not that it matters, but it does. The sun, and I don't care.
Yeah, my brother's a Pisces, same March. But
Oh,
he's
they
a
get on
Pisces.
my nerves.
I'm an Aries. I love my brother. He's awesome.
Yeah, I know it's your brother. We're going to leave it on with his sensitive self. You don't even know what you be arguing about, brother. So now, as far as with those pictures, I see you at the King Day Parade.
Of course.
You've been involved with different churches, and you've really been out here doing a lot of promotion. So let us know about the campaign run you've been doing.
Actually, I've been campaigning since 2015 because I knew I was going to run in 2020.
Okay.
There were open seats for Congress, and people are like, don't you want to run for that, Grace? You've got name ID. I'm like, no, I'm running for my city.
This
is where
That's
I can
right.
make the most good. I know what needs to be done in the city of Los Angeles, and I understand how the politics works within
The
City Hall.
Yes. Now, do a lot of people that run, they know they're normally outside of their city, huh?
Not
Is it normally or no?
everybody who's running in this race actually knows how to make things happen in the city.
Okay.
They can talk a great game, but to actually deliver is a different story.
Big difference. LaRon, is this something that you wanted to ask Miss Grace while we're right here? Well, hold on. Let me go back because we got to give all the endorsers shots out. I have 5 endorsements that I wrote down. So let's give all of them plugs right now. Which first we mentioned UTLA, you guys, United Teachers of Los Angeles. We have the East Area Progressive Democrats. We have 3rd, Southern California Americans for Democratic Action. 4th, we have United States Congressman Mark Takano.
Yes.
Takano.
Correct.
And 5th, we have Korean American Commissioners Association. So just in that, I just wanted to mention the endorsements. That's definitely a great thing because you have people backing you up. And so you're a Democrat,
yes,
not a Republican. Okay,
lifelong.
So I definitely love her because I don't have enough money to be a Republican. So, and y'all watching, I know y'all are Democrats. We're not Republicans. So y'all better definitely vote. Now, LaRon, I'll go back to you. Is there, we put our headphones on right now, like we're listening to some music. And let's get a question from LaRon over here.
All right, what's going on, guys? So, Grace, I have a question for you. So, since you're running for LA City Council, what will be the main topics you want to focus on that needs to be uplifted, or what laws need to be enforced, or just what would it be?
You said it. What laws need to be enforced?
Yeah,
there you go.
It's just more like what topics you wanted to focus on.
Oh no. Great question.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, what we need to focus on is helping the people on the streets and the people who are going to be on the streets really soon.
Right.
The rent costs.
There you go.
Skyrocketing.
Let's go to that. And is that due to gentrification?
Absolutely.
With the rent, and is it only in LA that's been affected mostly, or what?
No, it's actually happening in a lot of cities across the United States. Mm-hmm. When you have foreign investments coming in and they can drop $1 million, of course you can't compete with the hardworking people of LA who don't have the cash to drop $1 million to buy something.
That's bad. That's really deep. That's deep.
Speaking on that, about homelessness, I seen a video. I think the YouTube channel is called Invisible People, and I've seen a lot of homeless people that were no longer homeless, and they got their stuff together and they started getting their jobs, and they started paying rent, started living on apartments and stuff just to get on back on their feet. And I would wanted to see more people like that. And I forgot the dude's name, but he was doing it for many years. And I know this black lady was homeless for like 6 years, and she finally got a job at and a place to stay. And I hope that we can see more people like that.
What is the remedy for that with the homeless? How do we help them? Because it's crazy.
Before you can fix anything, you have to know what the problem is.
Okay.
And how many people need services and what kind of services we need. So we have a general count, right?
Okay.
Because we did the LASHA count in January. And why do we do it in January? It's kind of cold. So if we did it in the spring or the summer, more people are likely to be out. So you can actually count the homeless. So that would be a smart move. I would like to make sure that we have the right professionals going out and assessing the needs.
That's right.
Right? Not just young people going out as a first job, meeting homeless people on the street and asking, like, what's your name? How'd you get here?
Okay.
Basic information. But what if you had the psychiatrists, right, who are like seasoned and can easily assess a person far better than a young person, right? That's where the difference from experience comes in.
Yes.
And bring in people who can really assess what the needs are. We have people with mental issues. We have people with drug addiction.
Yes.
And then we have people who are completely sane, but once in a while will need to act like they're not to protect themselves. I say this because there's a woman literally sleeping each night on the street where my office is located.
Oh, wow.
And she says, Grace, I don't want to go into a shelter. I'm safer here out on the street.
And that's crazy. Some people like it, huh?
Right. And she is so sweet. And, you know, we have great conversations. But one day I saw an aggressive male homeless individual come out and, you know, just really being obnoxious to her.
Okay.
I saw a completely different side to her where she was like raging at the man. And it was like, it was a protection.
Stood up for herself.
Yeah, she had to. She had to scare the guy away.
Wow.
Right? And that's what you have to do to survive.
Yes.
Because she's been on the streets for a few years. This is a woman who used to be a secretary, and then she had a medical illness, and it took her out.
See, we never know why people are out there. That's why I don't judge them.
Exactly.
You never know why.
Right. And, you know, she used to couch surf, and she has family, but I don't know what all of the reasons are, right? I won't even pretend to know.
Okay.
But there are people who are highly functional, like she is.
Okay.
The city has all these ways in which they're not actually able to help.
Okay.
Like you got community members who are saying, oh, let me help. They call, you know, the agency to help. And then they're like, thank you for bringing this to our attention, but we can't actually tell you anything. It's like, wait a second. She doesn't have a phone. We will be your relay message. And they're like, no, we can't do it. It's like, why can't we get a waiver? Like it's legal reasons, right? I get it. I'm an attorney.
Wow.
So then why don't we have the homeless person saying, yes, you can talk to my neighbor who has a phone and can come to me more quickly than you who are like several miles away.
Yes.
The person who's trying to help me is like a block away and can get to me a lot sooner. But there's always pushback, and it's always, well, that's above my pay grade.
It's like they don't want to help. Is that what it is?
They say there's nothing they can do. I go, well, somebody's got to take more responsibility and see it through to the end, right? The complete, like, it's not my problem, or I can only do this. I'm like, okay, we've got a huge problem here. We need to solve it. Somebody talk to me, and let's figure out how to set new policies so that we can be more effective.
Exactly.
People want to help.
And is there certain policies you have in mind that you're trying to set?
Oh, no, that one where we can't tell you anything. We can't talk to you about. I'm not asking you what her symptoms are. I'm just telling you, you can use me.
As like a mediator or something, right?
Just someone to help deliver the message.
To be able to help deliver the message. Because they don't.
Like, okay, clearly she doesn't have access to a computer, so then she needs to get a birth certificate or whatever.
Exactly.
Then we need to tell her what she needs because she's still missing stuff.
Exactly.
We're just helping.
That's it.
But
and somebody has to.
We can't help you
because they're on the streets. Like it's something I seen on the website. Spent 30 years fighting. So we're talking about people fighting. Spent 30 years fighting for neighbors, and etc. I'll put etc. Decided to run to enact common sense policies that serves everyone. I just had to mention that because common sense is something people don't use. I was doing a food pickup and a guy at McDonald's yesterday. Something in the drive-thru, and he's like, "It's common sense." And when I saw that today, I thought that was just the way you worded that. You know, decide to run to enact common sense policies that serves everyone. What is a common sense policy to you?
Common sense policy is actually reaching the goal that you want.
Okay.
It's so funny. The city says we're green. We are with the new Green Deal. We are environmentally
taking away
conscious.
Straws out the restaurant.
Right. Take out the straws. But we've got paper bags not paper bags, plastic bags that are now tighter and worse for our sea animals,
yes,
right?
Yes. The paper, at least it's like, not melt away, but plastic is going to be plastic.
Right. Okay, so back to common sense.
Yes.
The straw, yes, we want to save the fish.
Okay.
Right? But the straws are not as big as the trash that is not recycled.
Yes.
The blue bin and the black bin, they all get put into the dumpster.
And then when we're littering too, right?
Yeah.
Can I confess something? Twice I've littered, you guys out there driving, delivering. Do you know 2 times I delivered? I mean, I littered by Venice and Wilshire. Wilshire right before Western. That's irrelevant, by the Denny's. I'm making a left turn. I had a Frito-Lay's nuts and berries, whatever. I threw the pack out the window. This guy waited for me to make that left turn at that corner, and he spit at my car. And I promise you now, be conscious before litter. I just had to make that confession of the littering. Another time I littered, I threw out a cup, opened my door, in traffic on Hollywood. This white guy, Asian guy, rolled up on side me, called me bees, and he was so mad that I littered. It's like, you stupid. And I was like, wow. And my point was, people don't play. They really were like getting offended. They don't even know me. Like, I'm like, what are you doing in life? But my point to say that is, they were being aware and they were like mad. Like, we need more people to make us aware. They made me aware now to where, honestly, I'm consciously not throwing stuff out the window. And it took those people to try to spit at my car, and one guy rolled at me like he wanted to throw a water bottle at me, which he didn't. But I'm like, wow, littering. You know, they were like standing up. I don't know, just regular citizens. I just had to mention that. That was my confession for the day on Sunday. But back to the common sense thing. That word, when you use it, you know, it's something in life that a lot of people just don't use.
So let me finish the common sense story.
I'm sorry.
The city, right? They tout the fact that we are green, right? We do everything environmentally well. That is such a bunch of crock. When they tried to fix the sidewalks, they were cutting down the trees. And it's like, wait a second. I want you to fix the trees, but you can fix the sidewalk, but you can save the trees.
Right.
Hollywood had 18 trees, huge, probably 100-year-old trees, at least 80 years old. Right?
Okay.
They're like, we need to cut it down because we need to fix the sidewalk. I'm like, no, that should not be standard operating procedure.
You can fix the sidewalk without cutting down the tree, right?
Seattle does it. Culver
Trees
City does
give
it.
us oxygen.
Exactly.
So
And
what are
give
they
us
trying to
shade.
take? Yeah, exactly, because in front of my house, there's a big tree. Finish going.
Right.
Yes,
and
it does.
so we were like, hey, you need to save the trees. You can fix it. Look at Seattle. Look at Culver City.
Wow.
And it took us going to court with the city for them to go, oh, okay. You know what? We can save 16 of those trees.
Oh, wow.
Right?
So you got them to save
We
16
saved
trees.
the 16 trees.
See,
and
standing up.
That's right. And the city said we will change our policy to fix the sidewalks and save the trees as a top priority. I'm like going, why do I have to bring a lawsuit? Shouldn't this have been common sense?
Wow. Now, because like in front of my house, I do know the tree that it seems like the root is buckling. Is that what you mean from the concrete buckling?
Exactly.
Are they able to fix the concrete even though the roots is buckling it?
There are different ways to do this.
Okay.
So they can do it.
Okay.
Yes.
See, so that's, and you've actually helped them tackle that.
And
so that's good.
I'm always willing. Like most people are like, oh, that's too tiresome. Or, you know, what if the city gets mad at me and I get on their blacklist? And these things do happen, you all know.
Yes.
Right?
Oh,
People
we know
are
that
scared.
in any part of the industry or anything. You get to talking too much or doing too much, when you finish going, they'll try to shut your voice.
They always try to blacklist me.
But you
I
taking
have
that
been
chance.
cut out of meetings. They're like, Grace can't come. Why? Because I demand that they speak the truth.
That's right.
And so I will continue to demand that truth.
And just right quick for those of you that are in the council, City Council District 10, this is what you're voting for. Someone who's willing to step up, be that sacrifice, put themselves out there on the line, risking her own self and her well-being. Because at the end of the day, 2-3 years from now, she can be sitting at the home. Well, we're not going to claim any of that owner, but she can be looking back like, I did all of this for nothing. And look, and you know, and she could be. I didn't say she will because she's going to win. We're going to speak that in existence. The point is, people are out here taking real sacrifices, you guys. And we have to really appreciate people like Grace, because all throughout the years we've had leaders. So it's like, really, what are we doing to make a change?
Right.
You know, and that's very powerful for you to be able to step up as a woman, a little nice little woman like me, you know, and actually have a voice and let it be heard. I want to take a break, Ron. The commercials I have, I know I didn't label any, but it should be a commercial where she's speaking and stuff. Let's play a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back, you guys. I thank you guys for tuning in to Global Street Wave. We're live at Morris Media Studios. You can watch us on Morris Media Live. You can watch the replays on YouTube at Morris Media Studios. You also can listen to it on the iTunes podcast under Morris Media Studios, and on Podbean under Morris Media Studios. Or you can go to Carlene Corsi Facebook. And hey, it's live on my Facebook right now, or you can watch it there also. Grace, we be back, and we need that vote.
My name is Grace Yu, and I'm running for LA City Council District 10. And I promise you, nobody is going to work harder for this community. I'm no nonsense. I will get the job done. I'm Grace Yu, and I approve this message.
I'm proud to be here today on behalf of our member and endorsed Democrat, Grace Yu, for City Council here in District 10. The communities of District 10 know that Grace is ready to be a champion for them and the character and quality of life here at the neighborhood level. Grace earned the endorsement of our Democratic Club because of years of fighting for responsive government and to end the problem of dumping on our sidewalks and our streets and unaccountable, out-of-control development at the local level that's displacing people from the neighborhoods where they live and evicting people from the homes where they have made their families. It's time for us to put a woman who is unbought and unbossed on City Council at a time when less than 15% of our City Council are women. We are proud to support and help elect Grace Yu for City Council here in District 10. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. You guys, it's very, 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 very important. It's very important we go out and vote. I know y'all hear it. I know you guys, oh, it's conspiracy, all this government. They don't care about us. They don't care. Michael Jackson said it. Tupac said it. So what? Vote. We must vote. This stuff is very important, very vital. And these people out here, and like I say, putting their lives on the line just to make other people's lives better. Now, we're back with Grace Yu here live on Global Streetwave and Morris Media Studios. And I had another question for Ms. Grace Yu. On your website, I noticed you say that you are running for City Council because you believe, we can take our headsets off if we like, because you believe that elected officials should listen to the community and work in the best interest of the people.
Oh, absolutely.
And we've been talking about a lot of things so far from a lot of stuff, but what have you personally, because you are out there with the people in the street. You're not just going to meetings and speaking, but you're actually in the community. What have you been hearing from the people?
Well, on this race, they're saying it's time for change.
Yes.
So I think the supervisor is going to be in for a shock.
Yes.
That there are people who have the willingness to stand up and
Yes.
vote for this woman
Yes.
over him.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And we ain't going to say who him is because we ain't name dropping nobody that don't deserve it. Hey, I was trying to be professional for Grace. I just had to get loked up on for Grace. I'm about to start banging. Ain't nobody winning but Grace up in here. Do y'all hear me? Now, one more great question. LaRon, did we have a call or somebody? If you guys want to call in and ask any questions, 323-293-3375. As I always say, if you don't call in, that's just way more time for me to ask my lovely guests more great questions that you guys will be able to continuously go back and watch. If you have some questions and you are a part of the City District Council, City District 10, LA Council, City. If you're a part of District 10, y'all, it's the coffee, McDonald's, and messed me up now. If you're a part of District 10, give us a call, 323-293-3375. We would love to hear from you. Now, what else did I want to say? Let me see here. Okay. Your top priority will be always safety. Elaborate on that for us.
You know, in the southern portion of my district, we have a lot of issues where trust with police does not exist.
Especially colored folk.
Oh, yeah. Because
They're angry. I ain't going to say we because they don't do me wrong.
Because police officers do things and they are not held accountable.
Yes.
We need them to be held accountable and have to pay and lose their job when they break the law.
Yes.
But they get a slap on the wrist. And so then we're like, what's happening? And actually, a really good girlfriend of mine was telling me how her boyfriend was being profiled.
Oh, wow.
Right? And it got so bad. Like, he did nothing. He just came in. A sheriff didn't care for what he looked like.
Okay.
And was threatening him.
Oh, wow.
And because I know my girlfriend, I was just like, wow, amazing. This shouldn't be happening, but I know it does.
Wow. Well, it does. I mean,
it does. We
at
know.
one point, the Sandra Bland. One thing I do want to say, though, because I'm always like we have a call, one moment caller. One thing I want to say is black people, we kill each other every day in the street. But as soon as we get killed by the police, we want to rage hell in the street. I'm tired of number one. Number two, I will say this. Some black folk, what they do need to do when they're getting pulled over by police is shut up. We're already under attack. We're already a threat since day one. And we need to stop talking so much.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we will, what you pulling me over? When the police pull me up, I'm like, hey, what's up? I'll be joking with the police. I'm not going to lie.
No. This man was smart enough. He knew his life was on the line.
Yes,
so
you
he
have to
got
really be
out of
cool.
there.
You really have to be.
Well, my girlfriend being my girlfriend is like, no, we're going to go back and find out what happened. And
is she a sister?
Of course she's
Oh,
a
yeah.
sister.
See, we want to fight. Shut up, sister. Calm down.
Well, she found out what really happened. SWAT was being called.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it gets really
Oh,
crazy.
whoa.
Oh, yeah. And so I know what happens.
Wow.
Not everybody, but it happens.
But even without us speaking, and they're just ready to shoot. But I just had to say that part because we always pointing the finger at the man, the white man, this. But sometimes we bring problems on ourselves. But majority of the times it's happened, these boys are out here in the streets doing whatever they were doing. They didn't have to be shot down. One white guy I did see on Facebook, this man was doing all kind of stuff, wrestling with the police, and they didn't shoot him. Not once.
Exactly.
You know, let us reach for ID and we're getting killed. So it's really, really horrible. We have a caller. Caller, thank you for calling in the Global Street Wave. Lovely Grace, you is in the building. Do you have a question for my guest today?
Absolutely. This is Frankie Francis. My question that I have for you, Mrs. Yu, is with gentrification. I was in the car business for 20 years, and during that time, I was able to meet some people who were foreigners who were able to obtain loans from banks in the amounts of up to $10 million, and they have the ability to pay these loans back within 20 to 25 years. And that is part of the effect of gentrification. Is there anything that the city council can do to stop these loans? Because me, as a person that's born here in America with Los Angeles being on my birth certificate, I cannot go into these banks and get a loan for $10 million.
Okay, so the foreign investments can be taxed so that it's not as lucrative for them. If they didn't make as much money, then they wouldn't come here. We should not open up for foreigners to come in and buy and bring up the prices and make gentrification happen. But the truth was, the mayor went to China saying, we will accept EB5s. We're open and friendly. And that's how we ended up with 73,000 luxury units being built between 2013 and 18.
Wow, it's kind of goes with a question I was just seeing too. Finish going, Frankie. I'm not finished going. Finish going. You, one of y'all.
So, yeah, no, we can incentivize or not incentivize. And as a, city councilwoman, I would make sure we help the people who are here.
Okay.
Everything that we do is about new and shiny. What about the people who have been here, putting in the hours?
Yes.
Making our community survive.
Yes.
And now that we're about to take off, other people are coming in.
Yes.
That doesn't sound right.
Yes. And you know what? One of the questions I see here on Google, Frankie, you guys, y'all seen him on the show. Frankie had a bad car accident. Thank God he's still here today. He left my show. Leo, like me, trying to boss me around. I was going to go out and work. But Frankie's like, oh, want to drive the Cadillac? Oh, we're going to Starbucks. We're going here. And left to go home and had a bad accident and broke his leg.
Ouch.
So thank God Frankie's okay and he's still here. So I just was, letting everybody know that's Frankie on the line. But I wanted to ask this question, Frankie, and it's kind of related, and you've kind of probably answered it. What's more important to our city right now? Building new homes and commercial spaces, or rehabbing, expanding, better utilizing existing homes and storefronts?
Oh,
so that
repurposing.
it kind of sounds similar to that what you were talking about.
The repurposing, the reuse of existing buildings is far smarter. It's better for our environment. It's better for the bottom line, which means the rents can be lower.
Yes.
We can do that.
So can you make that happen in the midst of them trying to? Because when the presidents run, they give us all these promises, and I ain't gonna say they don't fulfill them. They give us these promises. Is that kind of what city council do? You make a promise. Is it kind of the same thing? Because my point is that would be awesome because we know the gentrification is going on. I see it in the hood where I live. Number one, number two. Who's going to help stop that? Is there something you can do when you win? We're going to speak in existence. When you win, that would be able to help us with that? You just said to lower homes?
When I win and I'm the council member, we're going to come together and talk as a community and say what's happening and why.
Yes.
So we all know what's going on. And there is one project where I would love for the city to reclaim the land.
Okay.
Can you believe it? District Square on Crenshaw and Exposition.
Okay.
This was the land owned by the city. It was sold. The guy who bought it, Armin Gabay, who's currently on trial for bribery charges against public officials, he didn't pay. When we don't pay, it gets foreclosed. It's taken back,
yes.
right? The city didn't do that. Crazy, right?
Wow, they let him keep it.
Yeah, they let him keep it. Jan Perry said, hey, city, we should get our money back, right? We should get our land back.
Exactly.
But that isn't what happened.
So
Wesson fought and supported Armin Gabay on this, right? That's not right. The people, we the taxpayers, should get our land back.
Exactly.
They didn't pay, it's ours.
Exactly.
So that's what should happen. When we have city-owned property like this, we shouldn't give it to developers to make money. I would love to see if we can have a community land trust so that the price of rent will always be low so that we can keep the people who have been here for decades to stay here. Look, we need mixed use. We need luxury end as well, but not at the sacrifice of every other category.
Yes.
It is not just the people who can afford, $5,000 a month.
Yes.
What people who can only afford $500 a month.
Right.
We need to also build wisely.
And
so
$500 a month. Where are you going to find that at? In the country somewhere?
Tiny homes. Right?
I see that on YouTube. Finish going. Anything's possible.
Let's go with tiny homes.
I
Let's
see
go
that.
with prefab, right? They're already made.
And
they're
that's what I was going to say. There's things that they can create and make like they do with everything else. They're building the Rams, though. They got money for that in the stadium,
exactly.
Right?
So we need to prioritize what needs to be. What gets really under my skin is when the city government gives these luxury developers discounts.
Which is what they're building all downtown. Is that the luxury homes? Or is that,
so in
is that part of
District
that?
10 on Vermont and Wilshire,
Yes.
they let a developer build a luxury apartment complex. The city gave them $17.5 million in cash and tax credits. The developer didn't even, finish it all and was able to sell it and make a huge profit.
Wow.
And it gets better. Not only was it that $17.5 million, because this is next to a metro line.
I'll be all over the finish going. I know
So
what
you
you're
know
talking
what
about.
you're supposed to do? You were supposed to make it so that the building can access the tunnel from underground.
Oh,
They
yeah.
didn't do it. So that saved the builder $13 million additional dollars.
Oh, whoa.
So then who's going to have to pay for that?
So y'all
later?
just
The
fake while you're
taxpayers.
using it.
The taxpayers are ultimately going to pay for this, which is ridiculous. When we have developers developing, they should pay for the infrastructure needs, not put it on the taxpayers.
Yes.
That's where I'm like going and scratching my head.
Wow.
Why do we bend over backwards for these developers who are making huge profit?
Yes.
And our people are struggling.
And don't forget, if you get a little, I don't know if you got sugar diabetes, I'm just playing. You need a little sugar. I got some Krispy Kreme. People with sugar diabetes sometimes need sugar. I was trying to be funny, Grace. I haven't been funny today. I'm too serious. I don't feel right. Frankie, is there anything else that you'd like to ask my lovely lady?
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, Frankie, he's a Leo like me. He loves to talk. Absolutely. I didn't get to come today, Boscee. My legs broke. I got 1,000 questions. Go on, Frankie, baby.
My next question is, will there ever be another program similar to Section 8 to the people that don't really have low income, but their income is medium, to where they could be able to get into more
That's a good
expensive
question.
housing or keep the housing that they're in?
I would love to figure out a policy in which people who have regular pay can also live in the city of LA.
They need to call it a middle class living. Like, you got low income. What about middle class income or something? I mean, not like that, but go off of our income. It's what it is they're just trying to make money. Everything's about money right now, right? So it's what it is. And I guess we're going to have to move to the South because it's cheaper there. They're not going. Is it certain parts that they're doing this in? Not everywhere across the world, of course. Not literally like that, but because not to get off subject, like in Atlanta, those homes compared to in the hood, those homes out there are the same price, but they look like baby mansions.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but who wants to live in Atlanta in the boondocks and stuff in the country? I like the city. Okay. Did you finish with your answer?
Frankie, do you have more of a question?
Yes.
I would love to make
Yes.
that happen. I was looking for ways in which we can have like teachers and nurses not have to drive an hour and a half to find a place that they can afford to live.
Yes. But that's what the gentrification is coming down to, while the Caucasians, they say, are coming back into the communities.
It's people with money.
Period
They come
point,
in
right?
all colors.
No, thank you. Well, they try to say specific, but on my block, I see it a lot more. And like Martha, Spanish lady, Mama, they call me Little Mama over there. Little Mama, I have to move. They're buying me out. I said, I wish they was buying my landlord out so I could move, mama. I said, look at this neighborhood. Even though they're coming back here, I said, you don't want to be here, forget here. Seen her picking up some mail the other day. Oh, mama, I love it where I'm at. Exactly. Don't cry. But the point was they bought her out. And it actually is Caucasian people living in that house. I'm like, wow. But I'm going to say one thing, though. As far as gentrification, for me personally, I think it's good. Not for what they're doing and their purpose, but as far as coming back to the community and cleaning it up. My son is a black male. He's 21 years old. And I'm so tired of the communities of thugs and gangbangers hanging out on the street, and they're asking young black men, they know they don't gangbang, where you from? Where you from? And they're harming each other. So it's like cleaning that crap up. I'd rather have the homeless people than have gangbangers, because the homeless people aren't a threat and they don't have a gun. So that's my rant with the gangbangers. They need to move them out and send them to the war. Frankie, I wanted to ask her a question. If you was listening to she's worked in transportation also before. How do you feel about transportation options currently available in our city? And do we have enough options? If not, what will you do to increase these options?
Oh, I don't think we have very many options. I say this because the ridership at Metro, so the bus and the rail, just has been going down for 10 years.
Okay.
And, there's this thing called transit-oriented corridors. So if you're near transportation within a half mile, you can build higher.
Oh, wow.
Right? But that has not increased ridership.
Okay.
And the buildings have gone up.
Wow.
So it's a ploy.
Okay.
It isn't truth. So they make it sound like it's great. Just like, they say, if we build more units, it'll get cheaper. If the only thing you're building are luxury units, what makes you think it's going to get cheaper?
No, you're going to make more money. Instead of 4 units, you got 50 units or 75 or 100.
Yeah, it's
times 5,000.
It's like saying, hey, if you build more automobiles, you're building only Cadillacs, mind you.
Okay.
But then the Kia's going to get cheaper. I'm sorry.
I got a Kia. Be quiet. Optima.
No.
What am I on roof? Panoramic. No, just finish going.
I got a Hyundai.
Finish going.
Look,
they're family members.
They are. But what I'm saying is, if you got the Rolls Royces and the Cadillacs being built and tons of it, it does not bring down the price of the Kia or the Hyundai.
Okay.
Or the Civic, right?
No, it doesn't. Because the Stinger is $40,000, and then that X9 something from the Kia I'm talking about is like $60,000, like a Benz or the top of the line. So their cars aren't as cheap as I thought.
Yeah, but the Rolls Royce is like $300,000, $400,000.
Yeah, way more. Well, yeah, I got your point. I think I went off with that one.
So that's what we're saying. Like, you cannot say that building more of something brings down the price of something else.
Exactly.
They're not the same.
Exactly. And this is my son. Talk to Frankie. I never answer, but he's just got through doing Lizzo's hair at the Grammy. You need a ride, baby, but my show ain't over to 10 minutes. I'll leave in 10 minutes out the show. I'm live right now with Miss You, talking to you on my live.
All right, Frankie, you got another one for me?
No,
okay, I'll be able to get you after 10 minutes.
You taking my call?
Right.
Yeah,
Thank you. Well, I certainly hope I have your vote.
Yeah, you're going to... Well, he's way in Riverside.
You're in
You have to be in the area.
I'll make a fake ID. I'm going to make a fake ID.
No. That's okay.
No, we don't need no Donald Trump, no Bill... what was that?
I'm just teasing.
But, you are welcome to please contact your friends.
That's what I was going to say. You have to be in the area for us to vote for you. Common sense.
You do.
Right quick, Frankie, because you were on the phone. She said something in the midst of the conversation I wanted to mention. Oh, council. I heard you something about the council meetings. I did want to mention, a lot of people don't realize in the community, they're able to attend meetings for the council. Tell people where they can go to talk to us a little bit about that.
You know what's crazy?
Hold on, Frank.
This is America. This is Los Angeles. Can you believe you go to the city hall meetings, but you're really not going to get a chance to talk?
Oh, wow. You don't. You just get to listen, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's really not effective?
No, there used to be a time when members of the community come in and talk.
Okay.
They've stopped us from having that ability.
Okay.
It used to be 2 minutes per person.
Okay.
And then it became 1 minute per person. And then it became 5 minutes total. And it was just like, wait a second. Wow.
Was it too many people voicing too much opinion and wasn't able to control it, crowd, or a little something?
It was the fact that there are some people who are there who seem to be professional talkers.
Exactly, and radical people and stuff like that. They mess it up for the people with a voice.
No, but even in the midst of all that, it isn't like they were completely off. Some of the things that they were saying was true.
Okay.
But even still, for democracy to work, you cannot shut people up.
Okay.
Democracy requires us to like handle people in the fringes as well. Otherwise, it's not democracy.
Definitely. And to go with that, like I got some Google questions, and it's like, since Frankie came with that answer, it is going into what I've been wanting to ask on Google. How do you plan to involve residents in decision-making processes as far as in our town or in our area, since the voice is being taken away in the meetings?
Oh, but see, that's a council meeting.
Okay.
What I do with our neighbors within District 10,
okay,
we can meet with you. I am happy to
awesome.
meet. I am someone who has always wanted community engagement.
So that's the better answer to the question. Finish going.
So, you know what happens? There's so many people that say we don't want homeless people living next to us.
Okay.
Literally next door to where I'm living, there's a 64-unit homeless senior housing going up.
Oh, wow.
What the developer did right is engage the community members.
Okay.
So that we understood what was going on.
Okay.
And we said yes. So it's being built.
Okay.
What people do wrong is say, it's happening, it's going to go over there, and that's it.
Okay.
Like, wait a second. That came out of the blue.
Wow.
Engage us.
Okay.
Tell us what's happening. Tell us what kind of services are coming in, and answer our questions.
Hmm.
And then people will be like, okay. So it is not everybody is against everything.
Okay.
Just we want inclusion.
Okay. And you know what? I got to include something before we get out of here. Brian Williams' words from the wise. I had a gentleman, older brother Brian. He's like more of the humble, cool. He started working. Brian ain't been working on Sundays. Brian just don't come to the show no more. But Brian be giving it half of that Morris Media studio time. So Brian Williams, we have a words from the wise. I was talking to you, but like I'm talking to them. I have a gentleman who always used to sit here with me. He does a words from the wise, but he don't even be coming no more. So I have him text message it to me, and I say the words from the wise and Brian Williams. I got to say it before we get out of here. So you guys, open up your ears, your hearts, and your minds. I want to give a words from the wise of Brian Williams, and then get back to Grace Yu. We're about to get out here in a moment, but I wanted to give this from Brian. Words from the wise. Stay true to yourself. Don't worry about what people think of you or about the way they try to make you feel. If people want to see you as a good person, they will. If they want to see you as a bad person, absolutely nothing you do will stop them. The more you try to show them your good intentions, the more reason you give them to knock you down if they are committed to misunderstanding you. Keep your head up high and be confident in what you do. Be confident in your intuitions and keep your eyes ahead instead of wasting your time on those who want to drag you back. Because you can't change people's views. You have to believe that true change for yourself comes within you, not from anyone else. And I like that because Miss Grace Yu is making a change within herself to empower herself and to also bring change to the communities.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you, Brian. Okay, back to us.
His truly wise words.
That was very wise. And
Very
it
wise.
definitely, Brian always be on point. I wanted to tell him to do something political, but I didn't have to. He mentioned that about the change. I like that. So, and it kind of goes with your motto. What is your motto with the Grace thing? You have a motto you go by?
Oh, no, we go, I'm with you.
I'm with you. I seen that.
My
I
last
seen the
name
video.
is YOO, and it's cute. Right?
So it's like, I'm with you. I seen that video. And I on Facebook. You guys, Grace Yu, let before we get out of here, tell people where they can find you at on social media and let them know the website, phone numbers, or whatever you need them to know.
Sure. I would love for you to know that you can reach me at 424-333-0379. That's 424-333-0379. Or find me on the internet, www.grace, that's GRACEYOOCD10.com. I just want to say this one thing before we're off the air.
Yes.
I'm a community member who has been active and someone who, sure, I got my law degree, and if I wanted to go make money and pursue that, that could have been a choice. But my choice was to come into the community and make it better.
Okay.
I look to someone like Nipsey Hussle.
Hey,
Right?
marathon continues.
He
yes.
is a man who was of the community.
Yes, he was.
And he knew how to give back to the community.
Yes, he was.
He made a difference. It is not the entrenched politicians who made life better for the people. It is a community member who loves
Yes.
the community.
Yes.
And that's what I'd like for you to understand. That is me. Grace Hugh is someone who loves her community, all of District 10.
Yes. And definitely. And you said that now before we got here. I can ask 1,000 questions. I wish I could if we had more time. Whatever I did not ask that we need to put out here now to the people, let's do it. Is there anything else you need to voice?
I need you to vote.
In March,
can I tell you? It's March 3rd, but the reality is, starting February 22nd, you can go to a location near your house, your school, your favorite pizza parlor, wherever it is. You can go do this. If you go to lavote.net, LAVOTEE.net, LAVOTE.net. If you do that, they will tell you where your polling locations are. For the first time, you can vote for 10 days.
Oh, wow.
You don't need to wait till March 3rd.
Okay.
You can go in starting February 22nd. Did you know that 33% is the highest voter turnout for CD10 in a presidential primary?
Oh, wow.
So
that's
only
not a lot of
1
people.
in 3 people who are registered to vote actually votes.
Wow.
So your vote is critical. I
Yes.
need you. If you want change, you're like, everyone's the same, I don't want it. I'm different. I am not your same old, same old. Not only do I look different,
Right? Oh, she read my mind. I was like, she definitely is different. Keep going. Not like that, but keep going. They're
but
used to seeing
you
like a
want
white
somebody
person.
who has the old school integrity still
Yes.
intact.
Yes.
Who believes in people first
Yes.
and will
Yes.
do what's right. I have the courage to do what's right.
Yes.
I am not worried about if I'm going to make it, because we know with perseverance and faith, it happens.
Yes.
And I happen to be a woman of faith,
Yes.
and I know we're going to win this.
Yes.
And I'd love for you to join me. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, Grace, today. Thank you for taking out your time. We got to give a big shout out. Let me see. I can get it quicker. We got to give a shout out to your assistant, Jessica Lim. That's your assistant?
Yes.
Had great communication. They found the place and all of that good stuff. So that was awesome. Someone told me to text her the address. And I'm glad
so
she
glad.
did. I'm glad I
Yes.
did. I said, I know I sent it to you, but I'm going to send it to her. And then she noticed the difference from the Google. Now, on social media, I know you mentioned the phone number. Tell them where to follow you at. On Facebook, they can go and push like on Grace U.
And you can also go to my Instagram, Grace U Official.
And if you see Grace U out in the streets when you're rolling in the District 10 area and you want to take a picture from the advertisement out there for her campaign, hey, make a post on social media and put hashtag I'm with you. But that's YOO for actually you. But it sounds like I'm with you. You get it? Okay, yeah, y'all got it. We thank you again so much for coming in. Thank you for all that you're really doing in the community. You're welcome now to come back after the storm is over. I'm praying that you come back as a winning candidate, whatever the case may be, or you can come back and just tell them about how they just tried to railroad you, which you're not. I don't like to talk like that. The tongue is powerful, so we'll just keep it positive. But I definitely would love you to come back
I
to
will
keep us
be
updated.
back.
Now, what are your plans after this? I don't like to say, like, one question on Google was like, if you lose. I'm not asking you that, but what do you plan on doing in the future after this campaign?
I'm going to continue to serve the community
Because you are an attorney
because I'm an attorney.
and you're still working with the kids.
And I am now helping families with probate.
You see that?
So honestly, if you own a home, you should have a revocable trust, or it's also known as a living trust. It saves you a lot of money and headache.
Yes.
So please make sure that if you own a home, you have a revocable trust.
Yes. So besides running as a candidate, as you see, she's not going to disappear from her community because she's been involved for many, many years. And again, we really thank Grace U. We're going to bring her back into the studio, you guys. Remember, man, go out and vote. It's very, very, very important. You have watched another episode of Global Street Wave. I thank you all for the love and support on my Facebook Live. I see you guys showing love. Record. What's up, y'all? Thank y'all for supporting. and stop being looky-loos, y'all. We got to get out and make action. Stop crying when things are going wrong. The stuff we talked about today, whether it was gentrification, it's not a color thing, okay? There's black people in the communities. There's Hispanic people. There's white people. There's Asian, Indians. There's every race. This is not a color thing. This is a community thing. And that's all, no matter if we're on the east side of LA to the west side, the north or the south, it does not matter. It's all about us uplifting each other. We have to get out and vote. We have to get out and vote. We have to get out and vote. We have to get in touch, in connection with people like this. When you have a leader that's telling you their personal phone number, they're already dealing with the community, and you can actually contact them one-on-one, that's a blessing. Not a lot of people you can do that with. Take advantage, and I need all of my prayer warriors to pray for Grace U. I'm voting for Grace U. You need to vote for Grace U so we can actually get someone in here to help us with better living, help the homeless, and continuously help our children. Another episode of Global Street Wave. You guys have been great. Don't forget to go to www.graceyoocd10.com. You can keep updated on all that Grace U has going on. And again, May 3rd, we need you guys out at 958 South Vermont. That's in California. If you need to Google map it, the zip code is 90006. Again, 958 South Vermont Ave, March 3rd, this year, 2020. I don't care what's going on that day, and I don't care if we have another celebrity tragic. You go out and vote because we are still here. Keep your head up like Tupac. The marathon still continues, and have the spirit of the Mamba. We love you. Global Street Wave. Shouts out, Mr. Moore.
Global Street Wave Radio. Get your phones out right now. Global Street Wave Radio. Tune in right now, right now.